Birds of a feather, they flock together, they make you a sucker.
Final moments of the game, though. This scene got a lot of attention, and Twitter and the media have now turned this into a full-blown controversy. Here it is. There's Angel Reese waving her hand in front of her face at Caitlyn, doing the "you can't see me" move, popularized by John Cena, pointing at her ring there. Caitlyn says she didn't see this happen, by the way. Barstool Sports founder Dave Portnoy called the move classless. That started trending. A lot of people joined in, both sides saying, yes, this is good, no, this is awful. Some say it's a double standard because Caitlyn actually did the same thing earlier in the tournament. This video from the Elite Eight, you see her there. Stephen A. Smith says this shows how a black athlete is criticized more for doing the same thing a white athlete might be praised for. Both women made basketball history. Clark's 191 points were the most in a single NCAA tournament, men or women, and Reese notched her 34th double-double of the season, breaking the NCAA record. I, for one, am so happy that we've solved so many of life's issues that we can legitimately be mad at gestures by sports players, but certainly, though, it's one of those situations where any attention is good attention. Even Reese admits if it gets people talking, it's good.
I don't even know
stuff.
that move.
I don't either. I'm like, what is it?
I think we're like, that must be a younger generation.
John Cena.
It's John Cena, the wrestler. He goes, you can't see me. But I would agree with Stephen A. I mean, I think there is a racial component to this because when it's all said and done, she was doing her move, right? The same move she did to other people. And,
everything is a racial thing, you guys.
No,
I mean, come on.
This situation there, it's absolutely true. I mean, the fact that she's being criticized so much by doing the same things that this other player, Caitlin Clark, does to other players, I think is a bit hypocritical. I don't think it's, it makes sense. I get why people are upset about it.
Did First Lady Jill Biden get so excited about the women's basketball championship game, she put her foot in her mouth? As she celebrated LSU's victory over Iowa, Dr. Jill suggested both teams come to the White House.
So I know we'll have the champions come to the White House. We always do. So, we'll have LSU come. But you know what? I'm going to tell Joe, I think Iowa should come too, because they played such a good game.
Problem is, that's never been done before. And no matter her intention, the idea landed with a giant thud.
Let's keep tradition, which is a special visit for the winner.
Because you won.
I don't know. Being the girl, I'm saying bring all the women.
Listen, you can't invite both to the White House, can you? No!
LSU star player Angel Reese tweeted a joke. Looks like the First Lady heard the boos. Today she's walking back on the concept of inviting the losing team as well as the winners. She looks forward to celebrating the LSU Tigers on their championship win at the White House.
My daughter is possibly may go to LSU. And if that was my daughter, I wouldn't have sent out a tweet. I'm just letting you know right now. So I don't usually do that, but when he called that girl a fucking idiot, I got really upset. So I told him, shut your old ass up.
Dr. Joe Biden comes out, First Lady, and says that she wants to invite both LSU and Iowa to the White House, and since then has, doubled back on those comments. But when you first see that, you, myself, and a lot of other people were like, why? Was it a tie? When did we start doing that? How does that feel that the situation, and we'll dive into it a little bit more, already has these undertones of racial bias, and it's turned into that unnecessarily because, again, it was simple trash talk within a sport. It's turned into a racial thing, and now you have the First Lady saying she's going to invite the runner-up to the White House. How does that feel, knowing that that's never been done, and in this situation, now there's an exception possibly being made?
I just know if the roles were reversed, it wouldn't be the same. If we were to lose, we would not be getting invited to the White House. And I remember she made a comment about both teams should be invited because it was sportsmanship. And I'm like, are you saying that because of what I did? And that stuff like that, it bothers me because you are a woman at the end of the day. White, black, it doesn't matter. You're a woman. You're supposed to be standing behind us before anything. So it's hard to see things like that and not to comment back on it. But at the same time, I have the platform right now where I can speak out, and a lot of people have had my back through it. So I'm proud to be in a situation like this, and nobody's giving her grace right now. Trust me, nobody's giving her grace, and that's why she's trying to backtrack on what she said. So we worked just as hard as Iowa did, and I just know if the roles were reversed, it would not be the same. So it's hard for me to even imagine what in your mind even thought for you to process of bringing both teams there. Last night, San Diego State lost. I didn't see her say, San Diego State is coming as well. That's weird. That's weird to me.
I wanted to throw my 2 cents in on the Angel Reese situation and the Caitlyn basketball player. So they call Angel Reese a thug. They call her classless and all of this. Keith Overman said something, and a lot of people were saying that she's classless. I wanted to do a video on this because this is no different than what they did to Angela Bassett. This is the same thing. And it keeps showing itself over and over just to show the hypocrisy of them. And this is why you should never take them seriously. You should not be listening to anything that they say. F them. Because it's wrong when you do it, but it's cute and competitive when they do it. Because Caitlyn, she was doing this to her opponent. She was even talking to the other team, saying you're down so many points. And anybody who has never been in sports, they need to really be quiet, because you don't understand the competitive nature of sports and what people do to you to try and psych you out. Yes, mental games are played. So if you think it's cute and competitive and lifting the team spirits, it's cute and it's competitive and it is lifting the team spirit. So when they go off and celebrate this win, they'll be even more happy and everybody can celebrate it and be good. I'm not going to beat around the bush and pretend like this is anything but racially motivated. Caitlyn was supposed to be their great white hope. She thought she had it in the bag, and then this was the big humbling moment, the embarrassing moment that no, these wonderful players from LSU, they took home that championship ring. They won this game. People are trying to say Caitlyn is better than Angel. They play different positions, so it's not comparable. 1. 2, let's say she put the whole team on her back and was carrying the whole team because she's supposed to be the GOAT. I have a problem with colorless people using that to describe, like they do that with Eminem. No, it will never be. They know it will never be, but they're trying to use our lingo and language. But no, it wasn't good enough to win that ring. Regardless of what they're setting up here, typing online, on Twitter, on Instagram, on Facebook, on TikTok, it doesn't matter. There's a lot of excuses. They were even trying to say Caitlyn's team was garbage and she was the only good player on there. But this team got to the final. Anyway, excuses. Always a freaking excuse. They lost. Regardless of how good. Obviously, you're not that good. You didn't walk away with that ring. And that's just facts. You went to the big stage, you tripped and fell on your face, and that's what you get. And I mean, I don't understand why people do that a lot. Like, it's embarrassing, especially when it's like MMA fighting or boxing and you're talking all this trash talking what you're gonna do and all of that stuff, and then those are the main ones who end up getting KO'd, knocked out, and down, and they're looking like, what happened? But yeah, she was doing the what, you can't see me, John Cena, little move, because he was in WWE wrestling and that's what he's known for. He was a culture vulture as well, so no surprise there. And then she did it back, and then she put up her hand. The problem that people were having that do not like this is because Angel is happy. She is being boastful, and she's not being classless and arrogant, because they keep putting that word out as if they come from a group of people who are of class. The most horrific thing to happen to the world, and that's including people, sea life, and the birds in the air. And they have the nerve to think that they are the epitome of the word class. Fuck out of here. And they do this because this little black girl didn't give them the response that they wanted. They wanted her to run over to Caitlyn. Oh my God, you're so wonderful. You're so good. It was such a hard game. I can't believe we beat you. That's what they wanted. That's what they wanted, and they didn't get it, and they flipped out when they didn't get it. She said that her and her team work hard. They are getting that ring. She's doing this on camera for the world to see, and it just kills them. They always want Black people to be meek, mild, and humbled, and not to show personality, not to be even human like a robot and behave in a way that's palatable for them. But she didn't, and I'm so glad that she is doing what she's doing, and she's standing on her square, and I love the interviews that she gives. America and the world needs to become acclimated with this type of behavior and this type of energy, because there's more to come. And the reason why I paired this up with Angela Bassett's situation is because she was supposed to smile. She was supposed to jump up and be jubilant and happy. And she was supposed to, just go over the top and clap and all. They would have ate that shit up. But because Angela didn't clap, didn't have a response, she didn't do anything. Oh, she's a problem. Oh, she's classless. They came for her. These type of people, their words hold no weight. I don't take them seriously. I don't know who told them that they can police people's emotions and police people's reaction. It's weird. It's giving antebellum. It's giving Jim Crow. But yeah, that's all I had to say about that, because I found that interesting. I'm like, now it's on a world stage so everybody can see the hypocritical nature of these a-holes, that you would set up here and talk about this girl like that because she's celebrating a win that her and her team earned through hard work and outshining the other team. And they're mad and they don't like it. I'm sure this is getting underneath their skin. And I love it. I love every second of it. Because you're not playing in a society that plays fair with you. But I'll go ahead and leave it right here. Let me know what you think about the Angel Reese and Caitlyn debacle. And I'll see you in the next one.